Alvarez, and thank you for being here, Commissioner.
Thank you, Mr. Trevino. So I wanted to thank your staff, Melva, and of course, Andrea, for all the great work that you all have done to put this on. How encouraging it is for us to be acknowledging our graduating seniors this year, regardless of where you're graduating from. And I don't know if you know this, Rogelio, as observant as you are today, I wore my Laredo United colors in honor of my graduates that are graduating this year. What a milestone and what challenges that you all faced this past year. But we did it, and I think we all did it collectively. I just wanted you all to know that the Texas visiting with the folks there, Sam Patel, who was telling me about the need for welders in the middle skilled jobs, the trade area, which a lot of people in the past have maybe sometimes thought that you couldn't be successful as a tradesman. Well, let me tell you, that's not happening anymore. As I deliver speeches around the state of Texas, and I'll be at the island this weekend to talk to Region 1 educators, one of the things that I share with everyone is that you don't have to have a four-year degree to be successful in this great state of ours. Think about it. There are jobs right now that are taking place that didn't exist 5 years ago, like wind farm operators. Think about it. That Laredo College, along with our Workforce Solutions Office, put together. We now have a cybersecurity specialist within your community that we trained with our dollar and with the assistance of the local college. Congratulations to you. And then, of course, we have coders. I don't know if you were aware of this, and many of you may have been a product of this initiative that was rolled out by your local board, but we also had coding camp for girls, where we allowed young girls in the schools an opportunity to learn how to code. You know, this no longer is a profession for young men. Coding can be for everyone, and that was well received by the Laredo district. So we're so excited about some of the things that you all have done. But going back to speaking about SpaceX, they're hiring hundreds, and I mean hundreds of folks in the skilled trades, construction, welding, pipe fitters, laborers. It's just those folks. They're still hiring healthcare professionals, and something that Laredo United is known for is their culinary arts. They're hiring culinary arts professionals, first responders for the area. The list goes on, and that's just one industry. Think about all the other industries that are in the area, like Next Decade or Anova that are in LNG. These folks are attracting people, talented people from throughout the state. The last thing I want to do, as Rogelio said, I represent the interest of 14 million working Texans. And the last thing I want to do is to provide jobs for people that live outside of Texas. There's area. Just look around you. Now, I know that sometimes we think about living in these silos where we got Laredo School District and then we got United. Well, let me tell you, at the end of the day, we should all be working together. And that's what we're doing here by providing you these opportunities to be successful. Now, I do know that I have some folks that are four-year degree A&M graduates that are going to be attending today's job fair, and there are a lot of opportunities there. But all I wanted to share with you is that every individual now has options. You know, you can be successful again in the skilled trades, and you can be successful as an attorney or as a politician or as an accountant. I was very fortunate that my career has always allowed me to what we call now stackable credentials, and something that we preach there at the schools. And that is that you can start off with something that you enjoy doing, but make sure that any career choice that you make, that there are opportunities for you to advance. And what I mean by that is taking advantage of those courses like many of you did in dual enrollment and those courses that you took that received a credential, like Laredo United providing credentialing in high school. How amazing is that? That the state of Texas and your school district are actually investing in you and your future. Now, you may not think that, but many people have played a role in your success and where you're at today. Many people have done that, whether it's the school district, your new superintendent, those people in higher ed, the business community, the folks at Workforce Solutions, everyone has played a role in your success and you being here today. Look, I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge that there are a lot of people out in your area today that would do anything to be attending a job fair. Think about it. Think about the high number of individuals that had challenges early on that didn't get a chance to graduate from high school or at the point where you're at today. How amazing is it that you were able to accomplish where you're at today, even though we experienced the pandemic? Challenges with broadband, challenges with transportation, challenges with funding. So I'm just so glad that you guys are here today, but I am specifically and especially glad to have the employers there to support you. We've always had the employers there in Laredo to support you. Look, the unemployment rate in Texas is doing well, but do you know there's been times that the unemployment rate in Laredo has been less than the unemployment rate in Texas? That's amazing. Prior to the pandemic, you all were doing excellent and you're still doing really good. You're doing really good because the folks there in Laredo have been focusing on what is the need, the specific needs of the area. We're not going to train you in occupations that don't exist. We're going to train you in occupations that are in high demand, like logistics. I mean, think about it. Just yesterday, you all made an announcement that you're all increasing the presence of UPS. It's amazing what's happening. And then, of course, you have what's happening in retail. Do you know that we spend more money along the border with Mexican nationals? And even in Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas, La Cantera, the Domain, the shops in Dallas. Do you know the square footage at the mall, in the Plaza Mall in McAllen, and then the mall there in Laredo? Do you know that they're the most profitable malls in the country, not just the state, but the country? People are listening. Look, I just attended a state competition for robotics. How cool do you think I felt when I was able to see students from not only Laredo, but also from Zapata and some of the other surrounding areas that participated and actually made it to the state competition for robotics, which is something that your local workforce boards actually pay for. With the help of the Texas Workforce Commission, we're able to put these types of programs together because we're thinking early on that we need to have a skilled workforce prepared for industry. Think about what just happened in 2020, even though we experienced the pandemic. Think about some of the companies that have actually moved over to Texas just in this past year. Tesla, they have a service center in Brownsville. Think about it. How many cars do you think that people in the Valley are purchasing, or not only in the Valley, but in your region are purchasing that required us to have a service center to have Tesla mechanics there? And let me tell you, and then we had the expansion of SpaceX exploration. And let me tell you, without having to divulge anything that's going on, we have other companies that are actually looking at coming into South Texas right now as we speak, specifically addressing SpaceX or aerospace engineering. That's amazing what's going on. And then you had continuing the LNG projects that we have along the border. And then logistics. Do you know that your bridges are some of the most busiest bridges in the world? Not just in the state, but think of the thousands and thousands of trucks that bring goods back and forth. Well, we need logistics folks, and we need folks that are actually focusing on whether it's truck driving, which is a great profession, logistics, making sure that our goods are sent from Mexico to other parts of the country. You know, you should sit back one of these days and just look at all the products that actually come in from Mexico. General Electric, Pirelli tires, you name it, it comes Samsung. All of these things come from Mexico, and they got to go somewhere. And that's not even including the produce that's being brought across. I just wanted to share with you all the great things that have been happening, not just in athletics and not just at what you experienced during your high school years, but the state of Texas looks super bright. There's no way that a guy like me can actually be successful unless I have a skilled workforce. And our 28 workforce boards around the state make sure that we have a talented workforce ready to go from day one. You see, the people there at your school, at Laredo United, at TAMU, Laredo College, and especially our workforce boards, state of ours, like I said earlier, it doesn't necessarily require that you have a 4-year degree, but it does require that you have something more than a high school diploma. Keep this in mind. To be successful, the statistics show you that to be successful in this great state of ours, you have to have more than a high school diploma. So I want you to take this in mind whenever I share this with you, all of you graduates. To succeed. Man, the future looks so bright, not only for you, but the future looks so bright for this great state of ours. And I take so much pride when I see the successes that you all have had. You know, that some of the training equipment that you see, not only in Laredo College, and also in United ISD, you know, that equipment, a lot of that equipment that you're using, not sure if you guys know this, but a lot of the equipment that you were using during your high school years was purchased through your school districts. Your school districts have been amazing. You have some of the best students and some of the smartest students coming from Laredo. How cool when I'm eating here in downtown Austin, which is where I'm at right now, and I see kids that are wearing a shirt that says Laredo or that says South Texas. That gives me a lot of pride. Walking the halls of the University of Texas, or actually working here at the Capitol, which many of you, I know someday will be representing many of us. You see, one of the things that I appreciate that Rogelio that we can provide to those that are attending. The Work in Texas is a good website. I have other ones that are standing out, mytexascareer.com, mytexascareer.com, and Texas Reality Check. Those are great websites. Those will tell you whether you're prepared financially to actually go out there in the world, or they'll tell you if there's some deficiencies. You know, I'm so grateful that there are so many institutions of higher ed in the Laredo area that make it possible for these individuals that you're seeing today that are part of the job fair, giving them the opportunity to stack their credentials. Now, what does that mean? That means that what you've learned in high school and after completion, that you have received, some of you have received credentials that actually industry is looking at. And many of those industries are taking part of today's job fair. Again, those industry recognized credentials are not just for the goods of Texas or Texas employers. And so it wasn't like the school district or Workforce Solutions or anybody there was wasting time. No, we were making sure that everything that you took, classes that you were taking, those CTE courses that you were enrolled in, actually had credentialing backing, because we want to make sure that we get these individuals right out of high school to actually go into some type of entry-level employment. Who knows? Many employers may continue paying for your college as you continue your working with the industry, or if you continue your education. There's opportunities out there. And we ask that you reach out to your local board, your board area. They're right there in your town. One of the most aggressive boards that we have that have made so many things possible. You talk about thinking outside the box. Melva, the marketing that they do, and of course, Andrea, and of course, with Rogelio there, you got a jewel there. They got money to help you with various concerns that you may have. Many of you may have not disclosed that you have either a disability, or you come out of foster care, or you come out of a military service. We have programs that will assist all of you in whether it's in, transportation like fuel cards, or just talking to you about some of the services that you qualify for. Ladies and gentlemen, the Texas future looks bright. I'm so glad that I represent the interests of the 14 million working Texans, but we still have some work to do. and that is to making sure that we address the needs of every employer, regardless of where they're at. So continue your education. Thank you for taking part of the job fair that the Workforce Solutions Office, along with others in your community, our employers, decided that it was a great idea. I think it's a great idea that we continue doing these virtual job fairs. The success of these has been amazing. So Rogelio, thank you for all you do. Thank your staff for putting this together. And of course, at the end of the day, thank employers, our students, our graduates, and of course, everyone in the community for all the success that Laredo has had. So again, from Austin, Texas, thank you. I wish I was there in person. I get really excited when I talk to a graduating group, but I can't be there in person. But again, thank you for everything, Rogelio, all you do, and continue doing the great work that makes Texas what it is, and that's #1 in this country.
Thank you so much, Commissioner. We truly, truly appreciate your coming on live. We know how busy you are, and we truly appreciate you being here to talk to our students and to talk to, you know, also the college graduates who are getting ready to go into their careers. It means so much to us to have your support, Commissioner. We truly appreciate that. To all you students that are watching, again, we encourage you strongly to visit with all the different employers once you transfer into the job virtual platform. We encourage you to visit all the employers. Be prepared to talk to them. Some of them are ready to do interviews, and there are plenty of jobs, plenty of career opportunities available to you. So with that, again, we thank you as you go on to your career fair. Again, as Commissioner mentioned, we truly want to thank the Workforce Center staff, Andrea de la Garza, Melba Castillo, and all the other people there that are helping put these things together, because they're the ones that coordinate everything with our employers. To the employers that are watching, we're ready to help you, and we're ready to get Laredo, Texas going again. We know that you've got the jobs, and we know that these students are eager to go work for you. So with that, we thank you. Good luck to all of you, and enjoy the career fair. Bye-bye.
Good morning, everyone. So thank you so much, Mr. Alvarez, Commissioner, and as well as Mr. Trevino. My name is Erica Casillas. I am a business service representative for Workforce Solutions. I am one of the members of the team that put this together, and we are so excited to assist employers in helping you find your future employees, and as well as students. We are eager to be of assistance in helping you getting out there in the workforce. It's in our name. We are the workforce. So again, we want to be here for 100% support, your support. And if you guys have any questions, we are here for you. Now that we have finished with the presentation, I do want to move forward in showing everyone how to navigate over to our platform. So I'll be sharing my screen to what you guys will be seeing. Right now, what is on view, you guys should be in the pavilion booth. Just to navigate back to it, I would select the Back to Pavilion button, and this would take you to back to the pavilion of the pavilion that you entered. You are welcome to choose any industry of your choice. We do have the employers separated by industries, as you can see. Some of them may be duplicated only because they offer different types of occupations. So just so that you're aware of that. With this, for an example, we can go ahead and go back into education and medical. If anyone is interested maybe in Harmony Public Schools, this is something that they take a look at, and the webcast would be available here with Michelle Torres. I do want to reiterate and inform all the students to take advantage of this platform. We worked really hard in ensuring that there is as much information as possible here for you guys. So in the event that you're just browsing, the webcast may be full, please take note of that. In the event that the webcast is full, feel free to go into another employer and research. You can look at their company profiles, such as this. You'll have information on the employer, what they're offering, what they are about. Certain videos, a lot of employers did want to share videos as far as, what it takes, what it looks like at their location, or just a day in their life. Next would be links. Any links that have been shared by employers are there as well. And social media networks, of course. Feel free to browse any of their YouTube, Facebook. I know maybe here they may have some social videos on YouTube. So do take advantage of that. There are many other employers. Now, for example, we do want to ensure that, of course, we're here for job postings, right? So once you go into the job posting section, um, for each employer, there you'll see these are the positions that this employer is currently hiring for. But if you select it, you'll have a quick description as far as what is required, if there are any certifications that you may need. You can go ahead and find everything there and simply press the back button and exit. Um, so we will be on here for just a few minutes. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat box. I do just want to assist you guys 100% in ensuring that you guys have the assistance needed to navigate through our platform. But do let us know if you guys have any questions. You guys have a great day, and we thank you once again for being present today.